In our modern cadence, waiting is viewed as a malfunction. It is the buffering symbol on a screen, the delay in a diagnosis, the silence after a prayer. We treat waiting as dead time, a void between where we are and where we want to be. We operate on the assumption that if God is active, things are moving. Therefore, if things are still, we fear God is absent. But if we take God seriously, we must take His timing seriously. God rarely rushes. He spent decades molding Moses in the desert before the Exodus. He allowed David to be anointed king, but forced him to wait years in the wilderness before taking the throne. Even Jesus spent 30 years in obscurity before 3 years of ministry. What happens in the waiting? This is where the architecture of the soul is built. When we get what we want immediately, our character often remains thin. We rely on the gift rather than the giver. But when the answer is delayed, we are forced to dig deeper foundations. We learn that our security does not lie in a changed circumstance, but in an unchanging Creator. Waiting acts as a holy filter. It sifts our motivations. Do we want the blessing, or do we want the blesser? Are we worshiping the outcome, or the one who holds the outcome? The silence of waiting strips away the noise of our entitlement and leaves us with a raw, naked trust. It transforms faith from a theological concept into a spiritual lifeline. To wait on the Lord is not a passive activity. It is not idling. The Hebrew concept often implies binding together, like twisting strands of rope. To wait is to actively bind your heart to God's heart. It is the discipline of waking up every morning, seeing no change on the horizon, and yet choosing to obey, choosing to pray, and choosing to remain at your post. If you are in a season of waiting today, do not despise it. You are not forgotten. You are under construction. God is expanding your capacity to handle what He is about to release. He is ensuring that when the blessing finally comes, you will not be crushed by its weight, but sustained by the character formed in the dark. Prayer. Father, I confess that I am tired of the silence. I want resolution, and I want it now. But I choose to submit my timeline to yours. Forgive me for treating your delay as neglect. Teach me to value the giver more than the gift. Strengthen my heart to stand firm, knowing that you are working in the unseen. I choose to bind my heart to yours today. Amen.